Hey y'all, it's Mallory from Ugly Bug Marketing. I'm here with Joseph with Helicopter Work Aids. They are based out of Pineville, Louisiana, and I'm going to let him talk a little bit about what exactly Helicopter Work Aids is and his role there.
So, as she mentioned, my name is Joseph Lacasse. I'm one of the owners of Helicopter Work Aids. My brother is the other owner, and we all started off as my father started off as a helicopter mechanic. My brother and I are also helicopter mechanics. And in the course of the past 30 years, my dad has developed different types of tools for helicopter mechanics. It's grown into a large international business. And my brother took over a few years ago, and then I finally joined the family business. And we've been making tools ever since for helicopter mechanics all over the world.
Yeah, and I remember you told me this when we first started your project, but I think it's really cool that y'all are helicopter mechanics building tools for mechanics. So y'all understand like the tools that maybe don't exist or tools that could be better. So then y'all are able to create that to make other mechanics' lives easier. So I love that.
Exactly. That's one of the things that a lot of the mechanics like about us is that we can relate to them. We know what exactly the problems that they're having when they're dealing with the actual part on the helicopter, because either myself, my father, my brother have all done the job. And whereas
Yeah.
the few businesses that do make tools, usually like a machinist who happen to fall into the business, and so they make tools, but they're just making the tools. But
Yeah.
we're mechanics too, so we know exactly what they're going through. So we try to make it perfect and fix all the little tiny problems that come along with it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. And I know that's such a unique positioning tool, if you will, for y'all's company. So I wanted to ask, what's the main reason y'all decided to get a new website?
So our previous website, we had a little bit of issues. It was the actual order form that people would have to go through to order tools. They would have to fill out a questionnaire of certain questions, and then they would have to hit a button to send that questionnaire, and then hit another button to send the shopping cart. And sometimes they wouldn't send the shopping cart, or they wouldn't send one or the other. So that was a big mess. And as we were growing, we went from a few tools to over 400 or 500 tools. So
Hmm.
certain helicopters, when you pull up the helicopter page, it just drops 200 tools on you. So as you're trying to scroll through to find a specific tool, you have to go through 200. And so we wanted something that would, what's the word, to
Filter?
to filter. Yeah, I can't think of it. To filter more, and we wanted it to filter as the maintenance manual does. So like the main rotor head, the tail rotor, and Ugly Mug. You guys were able to do that for us, is to create the filters for the specific. So now when somebody opens up the website, they go from 200 tools, they filter it, and then it goes down to 20, so they can find specifically
Yeah,
what they're looking for.
definitely. And it's kind of like if I drive a Toyota Corolla, if I'm going to look for parts, I don't want to see parts for a Chevy Blazer. So
Yes.
kind of the same idea, but for mechanics on your website, they're able to go on your website, filter through different helicopter make and models. Like you said, the different ATA chapters. I never
Yep.
knew what that was until I worked with
Now you
y'all.
know.
Um, so now it's easy for them to pinpoint the tools that are right for them and for their needs. So
Yep.
that's very true.
And
Has
the
the web?
best part,
Oh, go ahead.
and the best part is that sales have gone up, because when they filter it, they can see, oh, we need all of these tools, instead of, because everything was scattered,
Yeah,
200
it's like
tools.
tempting them to.
Yeah, and once you go, like, they're fixing the tail rotor and they pull it up, and there's like all the tools for the tail rotor, like, oh, okay, and then they pick all of it. So actually, the sales have gone up because it shows them everything
It's
that they
making it.
need, easy for them
Yes,
to.
it's showing everything they need. And then also, like you said, the checkout process has been simplified a
Correct.
lot from your
Yes.
past website. So it's less friction, I would say, for the user. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm definitely glad to hear sales have gone up. That makes me so excited for y'all. On the back end of things, has it been pretty easy for your team to update?
Yes. So I've learned it. Alan hasn't really messed with it at all. So he hasn't learned it at all. Whereas I, I'm the one that messes with it the most. So I, I feel comfortable with it. I can add, I've been adding tools recently. So it's been good. It's been easy.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And then I won't keep you too long. So my last question for you is, what would you say to someone who's considering working with Ugly Mug Marketing?
Do it. It was easy. So obviously we went through the logo process and the website process. The logo process was great because you guys got the feel, because there's a feeling that I want when somebody sees our logo. And so you guys went through the whole process to color and font and all that stuff, So that was great. And then the website was I didn't have to put 400 items. I didn't have to transfer 400 items from one website to the other.
Yeah,
So
it made your life easier, huh?
yes, especially when we're trying to run trying to keep the business running.
You have your own job to do. Yeah.
Exactly. And then, you guys did a lot. And so it was great. I can't recommend you guys enough. So.
Well, thank you so much for the kind words.
And you too. You were super responsive. So that helped a lot too.
Y'all too. Y'all were responsive as well. And I'm just proud to be a small part of y'all's business, helping with the logo and the website. So I'm super excited for y'all's future. And again, thank you so much for taking the time to join me today, Joseph.
No problem. It was good seeing you again.
Bye.